Every single thing that has ever happened in Second Life, people have yelled, "It's the end of Second Life as we know it." And in fact, it is, because it keeps getting better. My name in Second Life is Robin Sojourner. I do a little bit of everything. Creation, I teach, I mostly stick in my workroom, which is not probably a good thing, but there you go. My avatar looks the way I looked 30 years ago. I don't think of my avatar as me. I think of me as me. The reason that I started in Second Life was because I wound up with fibromyalgia. I had always been painting before I did book covers and magazine covers. I had to stop because it hurt too much. I realized I was living from pain pill to pain pill, and I don't want to live that way. I needed to do something where I could work with my arms supported. When you're painting, you have your arms up. I had to keep creating. I can't not create. Doing the small motions in the world with my arms supported was something I could do. I've been working in 3D graphics, well, since '89, so it's what, 23 years or something like that? The tools that we have changed hugely, and so the look of the world has changed enormously. I mean, with mesh, it's a completely new thing. Yesterday, I was making a stool with a quilt draped over it, which came out to the equivalent of 1 prim, and thought about the first 1 prim chair that I made in 2004, and the difference is huge. One of the things that has always excited me about Second Life is that people who have no idea that they are creative come into Second Life and find out that they can make things. We are all taught at some point, generally early, that creativity is something that's reserved for the creative types, and they are special and there are only a few of them, and blah, 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 and it's just not true. All of us can do this. I think that the drive to be creative is there in everyone. You see it in small children. I used to teach school. And eventually they would edit it out because they didn't think that they were good at it. And people don't want to do things that they don't perceive themselves as being good at, because there's this huge push to be successful in everything we do, which is ridiculous, because you can't be successful in everything, and you will never become good at something if you don't fail a whole lot of times first. I show people my art that I did when I was in my teens to encourage them. To me, it looks really bad. Other people say it looks okay, but the point is, when students look at it, they say, oh, well, if she started there and wound up where she wound up, then there's hope for me.
Robin, time flies when you share your wisdom. Thank you so much. Now, in closing, your thoughts on the stereotype that Second Life users are couch potatoes and they should rather go outside and smell the flowers. When people say stuff like that, does it drive you nuts?
Yes, false dichotomies make me crazy. There is no dichotomy. I can go out and smell the flowers, but if I spend all day outside smelling the flowers, I'm going to get a horrible sunburn. You need to have balance in your life. When I'm designing a quilt, I design it in a program called Electric Quilt, and I can take those digital images from Electric Quilt and make them into quilts in Second Life. And I can also use that to sew a real quilt from. I really enjoy sewing. I enjoy having something that I can hold in my hands, but I also enjoy things that I can see. I don't think that there is as much difference between virtual stuff and real stuff as people seem to think that there is. Emotionally, there is not any difference between doing stuff in real life and doing stuff in Second Life. It hits you emotionally in exactly the same place.